Greetings, Flosstube. This is Carrie with Tiger Lily Designs, and welcome to Flosstube episode number 5. If you're new here, thanks for coming by. I hope you enjoy. You get a little bit of stitchy, a little bit of quilty, a little bit of all the things. And if you're a returning subscriber, thanks so much for coming back. I appreciate you so much. So let's just dig right in. Right now, if you could only see my design table and all that's in front of me, you would know we're in for some good fun today. I've got whips, I've got a finish, I've got some haul giveaway from last week. I'm going to give it to show you guys the winners for those 3 hand-dyed Ada fabrics from episode number 4. So I've got the giveaway winners for that haul. And at the end of the video, we're going to dig into GIFTober. So if you don't know what GIFTober is, let me go ahead and give you a little cheat sheet synopsis of what it is. In October, starting in October, every Wednesday, the 4 Wednesdays of the month, I'm going to be doing a special tutorial video giving you guys some gift ideas that you could make to give this holiday season. There's going to be all different skill levels, some easy, some medium, some advanced, but they're all going to be super fun. So at the end, I'm going to show you guys the projects that we're going to be making during GIFTober, give you a little bit of the list of things, materials that you should start gathering if you are going to participate. But again, that's quilty goodness at the end. So if you're just here for the stitching, don't worry, I'll tell you before so you can move on to the next Flosstube. So I'm going to just dig right in because, like I said, this table is jam-packed and I just want to get going so we're not here for a long time. I've got my notes, so if you see me looking down, that is why. I'm trying to stay on task, not deviate, and kind of stay on point so we can get it all in a nice condensed short so you can see what you need to see. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some of my whips. Now, if you follow me on Instagram, you see these things. And I would love for you to follow me on Instagram. I love making new stitchy friends, quilty friends. My Instagram handle is tiger.lily.designs. Again, it's linked down in the show notes below. So I've been working on, so I've got the first one is in this patchwork bag that I made, this Christmas fabric. I showed this to you guys last week. Or 2 weeks ago, I guess. I am so sorry. I'm trying to do these every Friday, but the reality is every 2 weeks, I think, is where we're going to end up. But it definitely, Flosstube Friday is my go-to. So this is what I was working on. He's so close. He's so close. I've got some fill-in work for him. He is done on a 14 plus count, kind of a 16 almost, hand dyed by me, Ada. I dyed that fabric during the tutorial that I put up here. If you haven't seen that, I'm going to go ahead and link that video right here if you want to go check out how I did that hand dyeing. It wasn't RIT. It wasn't coffee tea. It was this luminescent dye. So that is Merry Old Soul by With the Needle and Thread. I just call him the jolly old fat Santa. I made a couple of substitutions. The red I did was separate. I picked a different red. I wanted the red to have a little more variegation than what was called for. But I listed my thread changes on Instagram. So if you wanted to go and see what I did, you can check out my Instagram post on him. I'm hoping to get him finished before the next video. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to finish him. He's a little bigger than I thought he was going to be. So he's not going to be an ornament. So I'm not quite sure what he's going to be. Maybe some kind of flat finish. I'm actually headed to Hobby Lobby hopefully later on today or tomorrow. So maybe I'll see something that I can put him on a sticky board, some fabric, and mount him on something. We'll see. I'll take the measurements before I pop over. So the next project that I was working on this week, this was actually a new start. So this was in my watermelon patchwork project bag. Again, made this using my Scrappy September patchwork tutorial. So if you have any interest in making something like this, I'll link the video right here for you. And you guys can go check that out. So this was a new start for me. I've had this kitted up for a while, but it was one of those ones where I was going away this past weekend, I went down to Clemson for Parents Weekend to see my son. Super exciting. It was a great weekend. He's living his best life in Tiger Town. I mean, did I expect anything less? No. But, so I wanted to bring just 2 new starts. I brought my Jolly Old Fat Santa with me, and then I brought it a new start just in case, you know, I got the excuse, hey mom, I've got homework to do on Friday night, so I can't hang out with you. And shocker, that is what I heard. Both Friday night and Thursday night, he had homework to go do. So that gave me some hours in the hotel room for some stitching. So I had a new start. I started this Plum Street sampler, 100 Ways. I just thought this was a super sweet little sentiment. You know, I love a good, Jane Austen's my girl. So I love this. I have no idea where it's going to go in my house. It could go in my sewing room studio. I don't know. It was just super sweet. So I had to do it. So I had a new start on this. I'm using all the called for colors, I think, for the most part. And again, this is another dyed by me. Sorry I didn't iron. You know, there's only so many things I can do before the video. Otherwise, the videos just wouldn't get done. So you can see I'm kind of like dancing around. I started in the bottom corner. So that way I knew that I didn't want to play fabric chicken. There was a little spot up here. I didn't really see the water spot kind of with my dyeing. So I wanted to make sure I had avoided that. So I started in the bottom corner. But of course, you know, the letters are fun, but I wanted to get up to the fun. So I kind of just traveled up the box with the words, and then I could get down to the fill-in parts of the houses and all the things. So I'm making good I'm making good progress. That's the word. I'm making good progress on this. I'm definitely getting it to a point where there's some fill-in time, which I like to have a couple of those grab and go fill-in projects, you know, my daughter's taking the SAT again in 2 or 3 weeks. So that means I'll be waiting in the car for a while for her to take those. So anyway, I like to have a couple good fill-in projects ready to grab and go so I can just sit and stitch and not have to think about it. One other one, let's see. This is in my rainbow project bag that I made. That was my tutorial last week. Actually, we're gonna go to the finish first, and then we'll get to that one because that one kind of links to the sal. Everything kind of flows together. We'll see. Anyway, so this is in my folio style bags. I don't have any of these for sale right now. Hopefully in the next little bit I will. But what's great about these is they have 2 vinyl pockets, zip up pockets, as well as you put the patterns behind both sides. So what's in here is another Plum Street sampler, the Blackberry house. I showed this to you guys maybe on my first Flosstube. I don't know. I started working on this a while ago, but it was so close to the finish. So I was like, you know what? We're going to get her done. And I did. Now I did make a couple changes to the pattern. It's on a huge piece, so I haven't cut off my extra. This is a 16 count Tyco, picture this plus Ada that I got from 123 Stitch. And there it is. So you can see I made a couple changes. And so the changes I made is I took away the top and bottom. Nope, it's just the top. I took away the top border, as well as the letters were boxed in, as well as, hold on, let me get you the reason why I did, sorry to go off camera for a second. Why did I make those changes? Well, so again, let's review the pattern. So here's the pattern. So see this weather vane that was over 1 stitching on linen, and I stitch on Ada, so that was going to be a pain in my butt. So I took the weather vane off and put another quilty star there instead. Obviously, I changed the year to 2021, not 2015. And then this top border right here I took off because, so here it is. And if I grab it, of course, you know, I haven't finished it yet, but the reason I left those changes So this is, again, 16 count and an 11 by 14 frame. So who doesn't love being able to just go and buy a frame off the shelf and it fits perfect? Like I said, I still haven't finished it. I'm going to be finishing it. I'll move it up just a smidge. But anyway, so it fits perfect in this Hobby Lobby 11 by 14 frame that I bought off the shelf. It was a dark wood clearance area frame that I went ahead and I got some chalk paint in this dusty blue, Tiffany blue. It coordinates with it doesn't match one of the thread colors, but it looks really great with it. So that's my finish, and this is how I'm going to finish it. So I wanted to show you guys that. So she's almost done. I've got my foam core board cut, ready to do my batting pin mount thing. If you go back, I actually have a video earlier in my channel that I showed you guys how I do my thrift store frame with me video. I'm a big frame myself. You know, I appreciate a good custom frame, and there's some pieces that warrant that. But this, you know, I like to spend my money on, I like to have that kind of, custom framing is expensive. And so I do like to be thrifty and frame myself. So I tweaked the pattern just a smidge so that it would fit in the 11 by 14 frame. And I'm super excited about the way it turned out. Again, I used 16 count, so it measures perfect in that frame. And hopefully I'll get that fully finished. Sometime soon. So those are my whips, my finish. Okay, so my other whip that I wanted to show you, I had started to show you, but we'll come back, was in my rainbow patchwork bag. This just had to go in here. This is something I made. Again, I feel like I'm just linking all my videos, but really, I like to share what I do and how I do it. And so, you know, that's what's great about this community, is showing you guys what I'm doing. So again, I made a video showing you guys how to make this easy peasy. I promise all your points are going to line up. You're going to love it. Anyway, so what's in this bag? Well, this is an old whip that I've had, I don't know, year or two. It's Satsuma Street Folk Flowers. And can you see? So I didn't get very far on this because, so I'm doing it on 14 count chalkboard, the super stiff stuff. And I've only got that one little folk flower kind of half stitched. I was kind of stitching, you know, one sides of the cross so that I could go back and stitch again. Again, this is a vintage. It's been in my whip pile for a while. But so why did this one come back out this week? That is because Satsuma Street, so let me put this away. Satsuma Street released, I follow her on Instagram. If you don't follow her, go check her out. She's super great. She's got a funky style and I kind of dig on it. So I'm super excited. I'm assuming it's okay if I show you this page. She's doing a Noel Christmas sampler surprise stitch along, I guess is how you call it. So this is the page one. There's no parts, so you know, surprise, there's 4 parts. The Noel sampler by Satsuma Street. So I joined that, and this is the page 1 of the PDF. So if you go to her Instagram page, it will link her to her Etsy page. And so I think once a week, starting sometime in October, she's going to release one of the 4 parts. But so far, you can go and get the floss list. So I've got my floss list of the DMCs. I went through my box, figured out what I had, and then I made a list of the things I have to get. So again, it's on my Hobby Lobby list for later on today or tomorrow. So I will pick those up. And if you have any desire to join the Satsuma Street Noel sampler, let me know. I would love to stitch it with you. It's just a fun, funky, I mean, I don't know what it is. She did a little teaser of this aqua Christmas tree, and it was just I mean, it was just adorable. So I figured, you know, I like all the things. I like the Prairie Schooler Santas that are traditional and primitive and things like that. I also like a funky aqua tree. I mean, listen, I like it all. Okay, so those are my whips and my finishes. The Satsuma Street Sal. Crushing them, going right along. Okay, so now let's go ahead and do the giveaways real quick so that you guys, refresher, these were the 3 pieces. Ooh, did I drop one? Sure did. These were the 3 pieces of Aida fabric that I dyed. I dyed 2 of each. So I'm looking for my Aida fabric twinsies. So let's find something to stitch together on this. Okay, so if you remember, in Flosstube number 4, you had to comment down in the comment pickers, grape, strawberry, and raspberry. And so I've got the winners for you. So the first one is for this yummy grape color. And these all measure about 13 by 13 squares. So they're really good size, whether you want to make a couple of ornaments or a small little project. But I can't wait to see what you guys do with it. So grape. My grape winner is Sharon Mahon. Sharon Mahon. I'm going to go ahead and put your comment right here. Thank you so much, Sharon. The next one I've got is strawberry. And my strawberry winner is Teresa Chuckle. Again, I will put up your comment. Teresa Chuckle, thank you so much. And then my raspberry. Yummy, yummy raspberry color. I stitched the Liz Hello from Liz Matthews Hope Pillow kind of on a color like this. It's really fun. Tara Cox. I will put up your comment right here. Thank you so much. So if you're one of those Sharon, Teresa's, or Tara's, thank you so much for entering. My information, my contact information is in the drop-down box below. And so just shoot me an email and let me know, hey, I'm the winner. And give me your mailing address and I will pop those in the mail to you lickety-split. Okay, so that's the giveaways. Woo, chugging right along, like I said. Maybe I'm talking too fast. Maybe I'm not. Hey, it is what it is. So we're going to dig into my haul real quick. I'm going to start with Stitchy haul and we'll just deviate from there. So, like I said, I was in Clemson this weekend visiting my son, and I was there on Friday, and he has class on Friday. And so I decided, well, he's in class on Friday morning, so guess what Mama's doing? She's thrifting. So I thrift for a couple different reasons, and I'm going to show you one of the projects I have. One of the things I grabbed for something else. But while I was thrifting, I kind of like check out all the different areas. And so this is my DMC. So Fancy Floss is on little rings on the cork board over there. I think I've shown a picture on Instagram before. But my DMC, I'm a bobbin girl. Just for the ease of the numbers and the flosses and the threads, it's just easier that way. So here's all my DMC. So like the Satsuma Street, when I would come in here, when I got the floss list from online, then I came and I pulled the ones I had. You know, so this is what I have so far for the Satsuma Street. And then I'm going to go pick up the other 10 that I don't have. No problem. So this is how I keep my DMC. Well, so I'm thrifting. I'm in a Seneca, South Carolina thrift store. Actually, I went to 4 of them. Don't judge. But one of them was like the Christmas. I mean, it was the best store ever. Okay, but while I was there, in there, you got to dig through. That's the thing with thrift stores. You got to dig through some stuff to find it. And so I was digging through the stuff and found this. It was wrapped up in plastic, so I couldn't really see. But of course, you know, I'm a stitcher. I know from looking at the bottom of this, I know what this is. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to take a chance. And so I bought it and I opened it up. And this is a fantastic collection of, I don't even know, 80 or more DMC flosses all bobbinated. I mean, I think all she did was bobbinate them and then put them in a box. I don't even think she stitched with them. And I've already, like I said, some of those ones from the Satsuma Street came from this new box. Such a great find. So while I was there, I was digging through. They had pattern books upon pattern books upon pattern books. And so I found this. Look at this sweet little sampler. I mean, is that not the cutest little thing? So I had to get it. It was $1. I mean, just the little motifs. Do you see this little bird? And the chair and the fruit bowl. And then the little pilgrims. And the, I mean, come on. So cute. No idea what I'm going to stitch. You know, I'm not going to show you the patterns. But it's just, it's from, well, 1980. So cute. Okay, but this, look, it's Fran's. First of all, how adorable is that? It was another $1. But it's a book one of designed alphabets for canvas, embroidery, and cross stitch. From 1975, okay? Older than me, just by 1 year, but older than me. So there are so many fabulous alphabets in here. It was just the cute, and then this little Xerox copy. It was just such a great find. Wasn't even what I was going in there looking for, but I loved it. Okay, I'm back. Sorry for the break. I had to shuffle. I had a crash over there on the table. Too many things on the table right within reach, but we're ready to go. So, like I was saying, I was at these thrift stores in Seneca, and I got all this cross-stitch stuff. Okay, but the reason I go for the first place is because during the winter season, Tiger Lily, with my business, I do artisan markets and things like that, and online sales and placement. I have a space in a local shop here, and what I do is I make gnomes out of upcycled sweaters. So, like, this is one of the ones that's personally mine. I mean, I had to keep it. Look at that red cardinal. So I use sweaters for the base, and I use upcycled sweaters for the hats, and then I add a beard and a nose, and I make them. So I make these. Right now, I don't have any, so don't bother looking. If this is something you can join my newsletter, I will start having some of these for hopefully in the next month or two, next week or two, not month, for sale, because while I was in Clemson, that's what I went looking for. I'm always looking at thrift stores for sweaters. Finding a solid sweater, okay, so this is another one finding a solid sweater, this is my gingerbread variety, is easier. And but I'm always looking for sweaters for gnomes. Okay, jackpot. I just have to show you because I just fell out of my chair. It was almost worth the visit just in itself. I mean, do you see this sweater? Can you see that as a gnome hat? The answer is yes. It is going to be a fantastic gnome hat. Okay, or look at these jingle bells and these rhinestoney snowflakes. Okay, so I got a full back seat full of sweaters. Thankfully, I had an empty car. I brought some stuff down to my son, but he emptied the car out, so I was able to fill it all up Friday morning while he was in class with South Carolina upcycled sweaters that over the next month or two are going to become these cutie pie gnomes that are going to go for my holiday shows and markets and stores and things. But I just wanted to show you guys some of the things so that was what my haul was about, really, was sweater shopping. But while I was there, I lucked into that super fun, stitchy fun. So the last piece of my haul is related to the advent calendar. So we're going to switch into GIFTober. So just check it out. I showed you guys a picture last week of what this is. But I went into my Christmas bins this morning, ruffling through the storage, finding the bucket that it's in. But I found it. So this is the advent calendar, and I'm not going to be able to back up enough for you to see it all in one swoop, but this is what it is. So these are 5-inch squares, pre-sewn, but they're little pockets. So you put and they all have little numbers and dates on them. And so every day you come down, when the kids were little, it was fun. And you would come down, you know, on the 8th of September, and there would either be candy canes or a little sweet, or lots of times I would have note cards in there that would say, you know, watch a Christmas movie and drink hot chocolate, or we're going to go look at Christmas lights, drive around and drink, you know, so a Christmas activity. It didn't always have to be little trinkets. It could be a little trinket or candy or sweet, but a lot of times it was, you know, bake Christmas cookies or go caroling or something to that effect. So anyways, this is the advent calendar. It is one of my most cherished family pieces. You know, they love it. They loved it as then when they were little. They still love it as teenagers, especially when it's got cold hard cash in the pocket. But this is the main stage of GIFTober. So what does that mean? So that means, you know, I used to make these and market and sell these finished products. But I don't do that anymore. It's just, I just don't. So instead, I'm in the middle of writing, it's almost complete, a pattern to share with you guys so you can make your own. Now, again, I mentioned in the beginning of this video that the levels, the skill needed in GIFTober are going to vary from low skills to advanced skills. This is going to be medium to advanced. I'll just be straight up with you because it is going to be, you have to applique stitch every single one of these letters on. And then you're going to free motion quilt around the pockets. So this is definitely not a beginner stitching project. It's doable, step by step. I'm going to try to make it as sewer friendly as possible, but it's just the nature of it. So my other haul this week was related to the advent calendar. And I showed you guys last week. Let's see, where did I put it? Last week I got two. I'm auditioning charm packs right now. Sorry for showing you my back for so long. I'm auditioning charm packs. So last week I got Winter Village and Keeping Cozy. And I showed you guys those fabrics in Flosstube number 4. So that was 2 options. And I told you I had more coming. So, just a little bit. I have 4 more to choose from. Which, the good news is I found the one I want to do. So, I'm going to show you guys these 4 more charm packs. Super great. I got them all from charm packs. Actually, 3 charm packs and 1 fat quarter bundle that I got from Fat Quarter Shop. And which one I'm going to use for my advent calendar. So, this is one that I got. It's by Riley Blake. And it's called Snowed In. All right, we're going to go ahead. Sorry for the crinkle, but you know what? The whole fun of the fabric is to actually see them. So you can see right here, super cute assortment, right? The colors are great. It's got a, oh my goodness, hold on. Let's just go ahead and slide this out of the thing. So, we've got, that's adorable. How cute would that be? Wow, see, I thought I knew what I wanted. Maybe not. Red snowflake. Christmas plaid. Oh, look at those flowers. Classic trees. Nice color palette. And of course, I'm a sucker for a red truck and a snowed in house. So this one is, like I said, is the Riley Blake Snowed In. It's a 42-piece, 5-inch charm pack from Fat Quarter Shop. So that one is a contender. Snowed In. Let's look at the other ones. Another one I got, all 3 Riley Blake. Hitting it out of the park. Riley Blake Holly Holiday. And let's take these out. So that one had the teals and blues, teals, reds and greens and blacks. And this one has a little more white than I think is going to be good for this project. It's a super cute pattern. That's adorable. Cute. Ho, ho, ho. Pink trees. Pink Santas. We've got the different colored tones of Santa's faces. Adorable. Snowflakes. Red, green, and pink. So these are more red, green, pink. And there's a few, because I use a white background. I mean, I do have some with white, but I think I like the more colorful version. So this is cute, but I don't think that's going to be it either. The last one I got because it was just so sweet. It's called Warm Wishes. Again, by Riley Blake. Oh, this one's not as easy to open. Let's see. All right, opened her up. It's just shrink wrapped instead of envelope. So you can see this one's more like a softer burgundy red and the dusty blue versus that bright tealy blue. Ooh, look at that. That's a pretty green. Okay, so instead of being the bright, vibrant greens, these are more classic, subdued colors, which is very sweet. Pink candy canes, which almost looks like the one from the other pattern. Cute. Oh, look at the little snowman. So these are softer, more muted tones versus being like a bright in your face red, green, and pink. These are the muted. So like this one, the one I have is bright. I'll have to see. I was thinking, I thought I knew what I was going to like, but I don't know. I might do the muted one because for some variety. Okay, so this is the one where I couldn't get it in a charm pack, but the collection was just awesome. So I had to get it. It's the Fa La La Fat Quarter Bundle from Free Spirit Fabrics. So I don't even remember, but of course Fat Quarter Shop does a fantastic job of, have you ever gotten a bundle from them? It's just adorable. Look, they fold it all up nicely so you can see everything. All right, let's see how my my displaying skills are gonna work. I mean, that is fabulous. Awesome. The gray. I mean, it was just these funky, look at that present. That is fantastic. And then there's a gold. And then there's another, the ornament. So sweet. I don't even know. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this was a 9 fat quarter bundle. So I really like some of these statement fabrics are really fun. So it's just whether I want to, so the difference between the charm pack and the fat quarter bundle is the charm pack's going to have each number will be a different fabric because there's at least 24 fabrics for sure. Whereas with the fat quarter bundle with only 9, I probably don't want to use all 9. So maybe I'll pull one out. So 8. So there would be 3 of each. So I just have to decide which one I want to use. So anyway, so that was in my haul. And also from Fat Quarter Shop, I went ahead and I treated myself to the 2021 designer series, Ginger series. These are my favorite scissors for all the things. I try to keep one on every floor of my house for snipping my stitching while I'm doing it. So that was the 2021 new release of the designer series. So that's the end of my haul. So if you're here for the stitching and the haul, welcome. Thanks for coming. We're done with that. I don't have a giveaway this week. I just have too many things. Woo! I need to get those other ones shipped out, but I would love for you to comment down below and tell me what Christmas stitching you are working on, or do you have a fall stitching? I feel like I'm missing, like I'm skipping the fall thing, and maybe I shouldn't do that. I need to like get at least one fall stitch in before I just skip ahead to all Santas and snowflakes and red trucks and all the things. So I want to do one little quick fall stitch. Something that's going to be a dough ball pillow or something real quick. So what are you stitching on in the fall autumnal theme? What do I need to add to my card and get shipped to me like pronto? Please let me know in the comments below. I would love for you to follow me on Instagram. Come back in 2 weeks. I won't say 1 week anymore. Let's just be realistic. The Flosstube's going to be every 2 weeks on Fridays. I promise. But also in October, we're going to have GIFTober. So GIFTober is going to be 4 projects. There's 4 projects. There's 4 Wednesdays. Not 4 projects, just kidding. 4 Wednesdays, 3 projects. Why only 3 projects? Because I promise you this Advent one is going to take at least 2 weeks. Just the tutorial video alone, I haven't even wrapped my head around it yet, but I'm still writing the pattern. That is going to be a very cost-friendly pattern on my website. It's going to give you the measurements and the applique cutouts and all the things you need to get this done. And then the tutorial is going to show you the sewing, how to do the sewing. But that's going to be at least a 2-week project. Otherwise, it would be a 3-hour video and no one would ever want to do that project. They would just, no, thank you. Okay, so that's 2 weeks. So the first one in GIFTober, we're going to start off with an easy project. I promise you, this is something that as long as you have a sewing machine and you have the patience, you can do this. So what is it? Well, we're going to make t-shirt totes. What's a t-shirt tote? Okay, so t-shirts. I mean, with my, I do custom t-shirt quilts. Let me go grab one so I can. Okay, I just went into my family room and grabbed the one because the one I'm doing it's on the long arm right now, and so I can't unpin it, the one that's being commissioned this week. So I just went and grabbed my personal one. So this is one of my t-shirt quilts. If you don't know, this is one of my family's personal ones. Obviously, like I said, my son's down at Clemson. We are a Clemson family. So these are just made, this is a t-shirt in the middle graphic. So I've been doing t-shirt quilts for about 10 years or so, maybe 15. So I'm always working with t-shirts. And so during my transition and playing with all the things, I thought, you know what if somebody had a t-shirt? They didn't necessarily need a whole quilt. It wasn't special enough for that, but how fun would it be to be a tote bag? Whether that be one of those reusable grocery store bags or a replacement book bag or a throw in your back of your car, hold some crap bag. Anyway, so that's what we're going to be doing. So here is, for example, this is what it is. So this is another college here local in Virginia, James Madison University. If you're a Duke, you'll recognize that. So again, when I'm thrifting, I'm looking for t-shirts as well. So this used to be a t-shirt in its previous life. Usually a size large is going to be your best bet. So you get a t-shirt and then you're going to need fabric and webbing and batting and interfacing on all the things. But what I'm going to do the first Wednesday of GIFTober, this was a cute one I made. I mean, how cute would that be as your little Halloween sack? A little candy. I don't even know if trick-or-treating is going to happen this year, but if it was, I mean, it does sound adorable. So I have a couple of these on sale on my website. The site's linked down below. Most of them are in town at my shop, so they're not online anymore. But I'm going to show you guys how to make one of these yourselves. I'm hoping that I'm going to tell me if you're interested. So, you know, what are some of the things you're going to need for this? You're going to need a t-shirt. Check. You're going to need A certain kind of Pellon interfacing is what I use to give the t-shirt some stability. Whenever you're working with t-shirts, you need to stabilize it with interfacing. I don't use this. I use different interfacing for my quilts as I do for the t-shirt totes. Anyway, you need interfacing, you need batting, you need interior fabric, and you need the cotton webbing straps. And then a sewing machine. That's it. I was thinking, so let me know down below if you would be interested in, I was going to make a couple kits of all you do is add the t-shirt. That way you didn't have to go and buy, you know, a whole package of batting or a whole package of interfacing or, you know, 10 yards of webbing when you only need 1.5 or whatever the measurements are. I don't remember exactly, but you know, I was thinking about making some t-shirt tote kits to go for sale. And all you have to do is add your t-shirt when you make the project. So let me know down below if that's something you would be interested in. I might put some of those together, maybe give you guys a couple choices for the interior fabrics. Cause you know, I've got some fabrics to choose from and I've got webbing in all the colors you can't even imagine. So that's going to be GIFTober project number 1. So October 6th, I've got my notes, just referenced them. October 6th, I'm going to upload the video to teach you guys how to make t-shirt totes. This would be a perfect gift for like all the people. Your teenager, your grandmother, like who doesn't just need a tote bag? And how cute would it be, whether it's like your college or your son's high school or a special t-shirt that had, you know, it was grandpa's shirt, but he doesn't wear it anymore. Like, it doesn't have to be a t-shirt. You could make it a button down. It could be whatever you want. The concept's still the same. So I'm going to teach you guys how to make those. GIFTober, October 6th. Go find your t-shirts. Think of who you want to make these for because, like, you could check your whole list off, I feel like. Okay. So that's GIFTober number 1. So that's October 6th. 13th and 20th. So the middle Wednesdays of the month. That's when we're tackling the Advent. Okay, people, get excited. This one, this is not for the faint of heart. You can do this, but what you're gonna need, I'm going to make a materials list. It's gonna be in the pattern. And so today is the 24th, 23rd. I'm going to shoot to have the pattern available on my website October 1st. October 1st. Subscribe to my Instagram if you want to know for sure when it's out. So in October 1st, you can go and grab the pattern and that will have your materials list. The most important in my mind is finding the accent fabric you want to use. Now you can use anything. You could do all red, you could do all solid, you could do like scrap Christmas. If you've got Christmas like I do, just pull some scraps and go wild. Or if you wanted to buy a specific coordinating charm pack, the charm pack will get the job done. Then all we're going to do is add some solids for the interior pockets, the solids for the sashing, and of course, you know, backing and binding and all the things that are associated with basically a little mini wall quilt. I mean, let's see if I can tell you. It measures about 32 wide and way longer than that, 36, 37, 48 long. So it's a great size wall quilt. So that is GIFTober, October 13th and 20th. Okay, so now we have one more Wednesday left in October. So I had 2 ideas, but I have one Wednesday. So this is another area where I need your help. Okay, so this is the last Wednesday of the month. We've got a little bit of time. I can work on the pattern, writing it up. These are all of these things that I'm sharing with you are products that I make personally for my family or that I've made and sold at markets over the years. So, you know, some of them are popular, some of them we love, all the things. So I'm just trying to figure out, I of course love them all. So I need your help in deciding what should be the 4th project or the 4th Wednesday, 3rd project for GIFTober. And I'm going to show you 2 options. I want for you to write in the description box below which one you think. Which one would you like to see? And I'm going to take those opinions over the next 2 weeks. The one that has the most votes, I guess is what we're going to call it. That's the one we're going to go with. So I'll let you know next Flosstube, or at least the first GIFTober video, what won the video or which won the option. But let me show you the two options. Okay, one. If you haven't noticed already, upcycling textiles is part of like the Tiger Lily mantra. You know, I upcycle the sweaters into gnomes. I upcycle t-shirts into quilts, into totes. So I'm always thrifting, and I'm always finding ways to give new life to things. I just love it. And so 2 years ago, of course, I'm in a thrift store buying all the things for the products I already make, and I love a flannel, and so I see flannels upon flannel. What can I do with all these flannel shirts? Here I am in the thrift store in the wide assortment of flannel shirt land. What can I do with them? Okay, so what I did do is I made a quilt. I bought maybe 50 flannel shirts, maybe 100. I don't remember. There were a lot. There were a lot of flannel shirts. And my someone special loves, he's a flannel, you know, quilts can be feminine, can be masculine, can be gender neutral, all the things. Well, a nice rustic man, flannel, it will speak to them. And so he was so fun. And so for a couple months, many thrift stores, he would come thrifting with me and watch me pick up sweaters for gnomes and all the things. And so how about this one for a gnome? Super sweet. But so then I was like, well, if you're coming with me all along, which is super supportive, let's pick out some flannels. So at the end of the shopping experience, we had probably 100 flannels. And so with that flannels, I didn't know what I was doing with them yet, but I made a quilt. And of course, I don't have a picture of it. It's actually at his house. Who knows where it is, but it gets used every winter. So I'm sure it's coming out anytime. And it's like the warmest, I want to make 100 of them. But with that, obviously I had scraps. I used a bazillion of the shirts. So I cut up the shirts into 5-inch square, I cut up 5-inch squares, and it's basically a 5-inch square scrap flannel quilt. One day I'll show you, probably do a tutorial. It's not that hard, but I'm going to show you guys. It's really like one of my favorite quilts I've ever done. But with that, I of course then had flannel shirt scraps. Okay. So in the true, like, I'm not going to throw anything away mode, what did I do with them? Okay. Look at that. So these are 2.5-inch square, and I made it into a stocking. And then they're lined with a hang tag. And then I use my embroidery machine, and this is a nice canvas toile. So I made custom stockings for the whole crew with all of our names on them. And so now all the stockings match, and it was just adorable. Not that hard. It's basically conceptually very similar to the patchwork tutorial, although I didn't use that cheater method. But conceptually you could. But then assembling the stocking is a little tricky. So this would be this is one of the options for the GIFTober 4th Wednesday is a stocking. Whether you could use a solid, you don't have to use flannel. You could just grab your favorite Christmas fabric and call it a day. You don't have to have the embroidery machine. You could cross stitch their name on it if you wanted to. Ooh, how cute would that be? So you don't have to have an embroidery machine. Go ahead and personalize it with the cross stitch. Maybe I'll make that part of the pattern. So this is option number 1, which, I mean, like, this is the one I was going to go with. But just in case, sometimes with stockings, you already have your stockings. And you're like, okay, that's not really giftable because people have what they have and then they don't need another one. So I decided to throw in a second option just in case. So this option is a fabric checker / chessboard. So I did this pattern. Super cute. It measures about 18 inches square. And so you roll it up. So I was thrifting again. I feel like I've said that word 17 times already. And in the thrift store, you find, you know, random board games. And so, you know, I found a chessboard. And of course, the board didn't do anybody any favors. It had lived its life. But the pieces are just fine. And all the pieces were there. So I've got all the chess pieces in there that I thrifted a board game on. And then I made a new board. And so you could make this Christmas themed, like I did. Or you could make it Harry Potter themed or Star Wars themed or, you know, Hello Kitty, whatever your gift recipients, their jam. You know, you could make them a custom game board that they could use for just the season, use year round, all that. But it's a perfect little game board gift that it could be perfect for somebody in your life. Okay, so those are the two options for GIFTober. The stocking how-to or the game board how-to. Which one speaks to you? So let me know in the comments down below which one do you want to see for the last Wednesday of GIFTober. Okay, so I feel like I've gone a mile a minute today. And I've started and stopped, so who knows once I shove all these pieces together in the YouTube video editing world, how long this video is going to be. Hopefully I didn't ramble on for hours. I tried to keep it short and sweet and stay on point, but who really knows? Sometimes I don't. So I hope you enjoyed my video. I'm super excited for GIFTober. I'm, like I said, knee deep in writing the advent calendar pattern. The tote bag pattern is going to be easy peasy. Let me know about the kits if that's something you would be interested in. I will probably take a look at the comments over the next week or 10 days. And if I have a lot of interest, I'll go ahead and start putting those together so you guys can have the kits in hand for when the video releases on October 6th. Follow me on Instagram. I'm going to start sneak peeking all this stuff. And again, thanks so much for following me and checking out my video. I'm having so much fun doing this. You guys are just the sweetest. All your comments is just the huge, big, warm hug across the internet, and I love it. I guess so. I'll see you next time. Thanks, Flosstube.